Well, one of us was prepared and one of us was not. But, oh, good Lord. Joker's over here crunching on some tater chips and playing with his new sword.
I'm live and I'm screwing with Dustin.
You're live?
Mm-hmm. Well, that was fun.
Apparently, I mean, I know he's got lights in there. I saw him on a minute ago, but
I sent this to Justin and he never responded about how cool it was.
well, if Justin didn't even think it was cool, then that should have told you something. You're muted.
1 second.
Oh, okay. All right. So tonight, we're going to be talking Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. That's going to be like our main topic. I'm sure we'll get into some other stuff as well, but this isn't like an actual Babylon, I guess. It's more or less Nick and I talking Multiverse of Madness. It is going to be complete spoilers. So if you're watching this on the replay, if you're watching it live and you haven't seen it and you're worried about spoilers that Marvel didn't already, put in their trailers, then this show is not for you. But once you get done watching it, feel free to come back and check it out and disagree with any and all comments made tonight, because
we're pretty much just talking some schmack.
I feel like we're gonna have some super hot takes, and the Marvel homers are not gonna be digging it too much.
The stands.
There you go, the stands. Those stanners. But because you do, you got some people that it doesn't matter what it is. If it's Marvel, it's the greatest thing ever. If it's DC, it's the greatest thing ever. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I'm not gonna like it just because it's Marvel or just because it's DC or whatever. I mean, now if it's Mortal Kombat, you ain't about to tell me nothing. I will say that. But I even, Jim Mint and I both are humongous Mortal Kombat fans, and we both had things that we talked about negatively on it. So, but yeah, we'll talk about things we liked, things we didn't like, overall how we felt about it, and we are doing another super chat giveaway, Supermassive issue number 1, Two Brothers Comics exclusive. We also have a new exclusive out, and if anybody wanted to buy it, that would be cool. This is I'm not sure this is a road we're gonna keep going down. There's who dat. Doc Strange still better than the Batman. Boom. No sir, absolutely not. Don't agree with that at all. But who dat's a Marvel homer. He's a Stan man. He is a Marvel homer, man. I know he's getting mad right now. But no, in general, I enjoyed the Batman a lot more than I did Doctor Strange. I will say I went into Doctor Strange expecting to be disappointed, expecting to hate the movie. And the first time I watched it, I liked it. I was cool with it. I was happy with it. And the second time I started noticing things that I didn't pick up the first time, and things that kind of started making me think a little more into it. And that started to bring, whatever. You're crazy, Russ. You're crazy, bro. There must be something down there in that Louisiana air, man. Got you lost your mind.
What happened?
He said he's a good movie fan, and Batman wasn't a good movie. I don't think Doctor Strange was a good movie after watching it a second time. But it had some cool fan service. It was interesting, but there was a lot of stuff in there that after watching it the second time, I was like, yeah, that doesn't really make sense or hold up. Like, how did that get through? So
very strange, huh?
Yeah, definitely strange. and I don't know if we want to like just jump all over the place or if we want to kind of start in the beginning. But how do you want to go about it? Well, first off, it is Saturday night, and I've been in the yard working all day long. So,
well, while you're doing that, did you pick up anything this week?
I did a video. I did 3 videos this week. What?
Uh-oh.
I ordered some books that were shipped over from the UK. So I did a video on my first pickups from over the pond, and just see how the books came in, how they came in, if they survived the trip, the packaging, and the overall impression on the books as described. So that video should be coming out next week. I did pick this up because it was super cheap, and it is. Oh, you know what? And I know what part of the movie you're talking about, who dat, but I was glad they died. Like I thought that made it, like, to me.
What up, Serge?
That made up for the fact that we knew they were going to be there. That gave us some sort of surprise, but that wasn't something I had an issue with at all. And I didn't have any issues with not seeing like Deadpool or any of them in it. That wasn't my issue. My issue was with some of the writing and stuff, I guess. But I picked this up. It was super duper cheap. So
why is the spec on that hot all of a sudden?
I don't
What
know.
up, Kenneth?
I picked it up before anybody started talking about it because I had it on my watch list.
We both have one, I think.
I had it on my watch list, and the guy sent me an offer of like super cheap, like way below what he was asking for it. So I was like, okay, whatever. If I'll either hold on to it, sell it, or use it for a giveaway and whatnot or something. My coolest pickups this week. They're still comic related, but I'm not gonna sit here and show them off. But I picked up all of the stuff to start doing my own pressing and cleaning. So
You get a
through
press?
this, huh?
You get a press?
I did. It's on the way.
Cool. Yeah.
It's
So
on
I
the
joined
way.
that group, and we'll talk about the pressing video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to those guys about.
Yeah. And those are not the guys that's going to be teaching me. I found a Master Yoda that I'm telling you. So Nick and I, when we were at Huntsville, Tyler, bro, what's up, dude? Hey,
I got it highlighted. Everybody that wants Justin needs to go message him, spam him on Twitter.
yeah, he's
anything and everything.
working.
Call his wife.
He's working. But I did tell Tyler and I talked about the movie at length after I saw it, and I told him that we needed to if we did a video, because him and I shared a lot of the same opinions on it. So, but I think he's working tonight. So, but anyway, Nick and I met some really cool cats and kittens out there at Huntsville.
Which
I found out the guys.
Watch it like 4 times. It's only a 3-minute video.
No, I'm talking about the I Can Be Black Justin. Some guys that actually live close to me, and I mean, these get overly not like, I thought they were kind of pulling my leg with how cool they were being, and they were like, man, like, hey, you need to come over to the house and like hang out. We're gonna rent out a theater and watch Strange, and you can come hang out and watch it. And the guy followed through. Like, he called me, and like we spoke several times that week. And so last weekend I went over and spent the whole day with these guys. And I mean, these guys are absolutely some of the nicest and coolest guys I've ever met in my life. But we started talking, and I started expressing that Nick and I both have been saying for how many years now? This is the year we're going to learn how to do our own pressing and cleaning.
After that pressing video, I think I need to really. That's one part of our game. I think we've hit all of our goals this year, right? Other than like consistent content because of the move and the deaths and the family and stuff, and
probably not going to hit whatever subscriber count we picked, but
yeah,
I mean,
we can. I think we can do it. We just gotta. Something's gotta.
We got to get back on track with something.
But I think like the pickups, I think we've got them all. Like I've gotten mine.
I got my last one from those guys. He pressed it and cleaned it for me on top of 2 monster books. We cracked and pressed and cleaned the Hulk 181. The Hulk 181 that I can't tell you how many people told me that they couldn't do anything with it. Don't crack this book. You're not going to be able to get that stuff off the cover without damaging the book. or they told me, yes, we could probably do it, but I'm going to charge you about $1,500 to even open it up and attempt it, but I don't think I'll be able to come off. He cracked this book out and he got the stuff off the front cover. And I'm telling you guys, I'm so excited to send this off and see if it comes back higher than the 2.5. But
hey, Serge, give me just a second. We'll answer that question. And I appreciate your comments on the video this week. I do.
Always. Yeah, Serge is always dropping some really super awesome comments, and we definitely appreciate it.
So you got FF3?
I can't tell you guys. FF1, my golden record reprint, has been graded.
I tell you, so John needs to sell me that ASM1.
Man, he's still not on the fence about whether or not he wants to, but he said as soon as he decides to sell it, you're the one guy that's getting it. He says he's had so many people ask him about it, but he said you're the first get for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. That thing is nice.
But
we
yeah,
do
so
a video on that, by the way, about golden record reprints and the history behind them, because I don't think a lot of people know.
Yeah, for sure.
So put that on
Jeff, the guy that I'm talking about that is going to help me with the pressing and cleaning, he just made a deal for a perfectly sealed. I mean, this thing is mint. The book and the golden record FF1, and man, awesome. I've got one. It's being graded, but I want to get a record to go with it now because, like, I want to have the record. I want to listen to the record. Yeah, Hudak got the real one. He's got FF 1 through like 12, I think, and then like a few on further than that. But anyway, I was talking to these guys about the pressing and cleaning, and I told them that Nick and I both said, for years now that's been on our thing, our yearly goals, and neither one of us have actually made the jump because there's a lot involved, just with getting the stuff to do it, and then
the space
and the time that it takes to figure it out. And I'm going to be cheating a little bit because I've got a guy that uses black magic and wizardry, literally, on his books. I mean, this guy cracked open a 9.0 129 and just got it back this week in a 9.6. He cracked open a Tales of Suspense 39. There was like a 3.0. Pressed and cleaned it, and it came back a 6.5, which is a monster jump on that book. But he's gonna be kind of allowing me to be his grasshopper, and he's gonna teach me some stuff, and I'm really excited. I mean, I've been working on my cleaning this week and cleaning some of the books that I want to get sent off to CGC.
Is he telling you like you have to spend 5 minutes a day on your cleaning practice?
No, but he doesn't have to, because like as soon as I got the stuff, man, I was like so excited, and everybody like thinks I'm crazy because they're like, and even in the like on Instagram, I put that I was working on a Daredevil 4, and everybody's like, "What are you doing? Work on inexpensive books." And I'm like, bro, I'm a trial by fire guy. Like that's how Nick and I are. Like, we're not a work our way up kind of person on anything. We're kind of just like jump in with both feet up to your elbows in it, and it's you're either going to stick the landing or you're not. So I jumped in. I've been working on some early Daredevils. I worked on a first appearance of Kite Man, just doing the cleaning and getting some of this stuff off and making them look better. And it's been really, really fun to be able to get into just another part of the hobby. And that's the way I look at it. Like, it's just another aspect of the hobby that we have not dove into yet. And so now I'm taking that jump, and I'm going to do it, and I'm super excited about it. So yes, yeah, Justin, that is something that I'm going to be doing for sure. I've kind of got a 1 year plan to move myself hopefully into comics full time, and part of that will be looking for books that are super dirty and haven't been pressed or cleaned, or maybe just didn't have a good job done on them that I can crack open or
so you can
buy
give it
raw.
a better hand job with the cleaning.
Right. So that's my end goal, and I've got a 1 year plan on things I need to be able to do before I can do that. And it won't be just doing that. I mean, I've got other things I'll be doing for income as well. But so that was my main pickups this week, was being able to grab the stuff to get started on that. And I didn't grab a t-shirt press. I got a legit dry heat press. And so I'm super excited about it, though. It's going to be a fun thing to do, and it'll also allow me to get my books submitted at my speed. You know, I don't have to wait, because everybody I know that presses and cleans is like 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out.
Yeah.
I mean, crap, Sean, he's had books of mine for like 2 months and still hasn't been able to get to them. So
because it takes like 9 hours to press one book, not including
no,
cleaning.
you can do it in 10 minutes. Didn't you watch our video?
No. Anyways, on that topic, we put out a pressing video. We stand by the video. It was a good video. It did certainly create an uproar on the CGC boards as well as some Facebook groups. We did unlist the video so that it's not out there in the public. But if you go on certain Facebook groups or CGC boards, it's still out there and people have access to it. You know, I stand by.
We
the
were
video.
providing a platform, so hopefully people don't, you know, as long as people aren't like directly attacking us, you know, as a channel and you know, for who we are, like, you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's out there, but yeah, I mean, I will definitely, just from what I've seen and been told by the guy that I'm going to be being basically trained by, yeah, I'm confident with that what I'm going to be doing is something that I think we'll get a thumbs up from all the armchair presser and cleaners out there. So we'll see. But let's say hey to everybody in the chat real quick. And I think Nick got some stuff. Do you want to show some stuff you got?
Yeah, I got some really cool stuff. So,
so we got
happen, geek out. What's going on?
Bourbon Bacon. Oh, I was hitting it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Bourbon Bacon. What's going on? Chris Barrett. What's up, bud? We already said what's up to Russ while he came in here and was crapping on Batman and then trying to make me feel bad because he has an FF1 and I don't. He always likes to, anytime I'll be talking about FF, boy, he's quick to remind me he's got them. I tell you what, I said it 100 times. Everybody talks about all the big collectors out here, man. Russ is the most underrated, and
I don't know, underrated. Well, I guess maybe. Just like you wouldn't know it because he's not like he's not braggadocious about it. We'll pull that word out.
Yeah,
I feel like
I mean, it's not like he's doing videos every week, you know, talking about what he's, you know, he hasn't done a video like, you know, here's my Fantastic Four 1 through 10 collection or stuff like that. So, but I mean, if you watch The Hunt, I mean, my man pulls them all out. And sometimes I forget he has stuff.
Yeah.
And he'll get me messed up on there. But
could you imagine if we started collecting comic books like before we basically started the most expensive time?
Oh my gosh, dude. I couldn't even imagine. But yeah, but his collection is insane. Kenneth Bird, what's up? What's up, dude? Serge, hope you're doing well, brother. We said hello to Tyler already. Cap, what's going on, man? He said earlier he's the kind of dirty you can't press and clean. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anybody that presses comics, I would love to see their heat press recommendations.
I can send you one. Geek Out with Roscoe. What's up, bro? What's up, man?
Chaos.
I'll tell you what. Roscoe.
Oh, go ahead.
Roscoe beat me by the skin of his teeth. Oh my goodness. I lost on the Hunt. I threw up a 9.8. New Mutants 98, and I got beat by like a gold key $4 book my man had up. Tell you what, his people show up though. His people do show up. Like I will not. You can't knock him for that because his folks show up. And yeah, this coming week, I think he's going to be the champ. I thought about calling in sick because I was like, why? We shouldn't even show up. Roscoe's going to take it anyway. Chaos and Comics. What's up, dude? Long time.
Well, so what I was going to say is, you know, I've been pretty vocal this week on Instagram, which all of our Instagram posts go to Twitter. And, you know, talking about how Marvel hates Spider-Man. He got on there. He's like, I don't understand this argument. I'm like, look, you killed Peter Parker's baby. You only kill somebody's baby if you hate somebody. But no, I enjoy his responses on Twitter whenever I post something. Or where you post something, he always gets on there and talks some schmack.
Yeah. Russ said he's got a 9.0 subby number 5 waiting on me. Yeah, man, I'd love to grab that. It might be a couple months before I got that kind of money available. My wife's car crapped the bed, so we're still waiting for that to get fixed so I can pay for it. But that's definitely something I'd be into when I get the money. I'll hit you up. If you still got it, cool. If not, man, hey, get that money, player.
What is it?
First appearance of Tiger Shark in a 9.0.
Yeah. Anyway, so bought this at a Quest comic shop. We stopped by there on the way out Saturday night.
Oh, cool.
We're having a local comic shop day, and Logan went earlier, and he told me that if you buy enough, they give you a free, basically have a list, and it was like up to $125 in value. They'll give you something off that list for free. But anyway, so I bought this because that had literally was on pre-spell. That was cool.
Did they have any of their hardcovers and stuff on sale?
No, nothing was on sale. No.
Yeah,
You know that place. And I talked to the owner finally, and he's like, yeah, he goes, look, because I was telling him how much I enjoyed the store and that he has stuff I can never find. He goes, yeah, we put everything back there. He goes, we keep it all cover price. He goes, we wait. And, basically what happens is when things go out of print, people come in here, pick it up, put it on eBay. We don't care. We're making our money on cover. He goes, I'll have stuff sit back there for a year or 2 years or 3, and then they'll come in and buy every single one of them. And that's, he's like, I like to have the stock. He goes, but you could tell, like, super nice guy. Super nice.
I want those Walking Dead deluxe hardcovers he's got.
Yeah, nothing was on
cases,
sale.
Man.
But this was the only really, like, there were some cool cards, but this was neat. It was not the extra super secret rare, but the super secret rare. The only thing between this one and the most valuable one is it's missing some Japanese. But anyways, that was cool. I was able to grab that this week. Or last week, the Burning Twig.
That's the 1 in 10. How much was it?
$9.99.
Yeah, it's the 1 in 10.
I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet, but I grabbed all the regular covers. But I mean, the art looks great.
Yeah. This was Comics with Bueller's exclusive. Through the move, I put it away and I never had a chance to show it off. But that finally showed up. So
what is that? Mars Attacks meets Red Sonja or something?
Yeah, with Bueller on the back. I think this is one I actually bought.
Oh my gosh!
So thanks.
Look at that guy.
Thank you. And then I bought some manga, but I do have some more comic stuff after the manga. But this is actually comic-related manga that I am loving, and I'm going to do a video on because I think these are super cool that I didn't know about them. And Dustin, you've seen them. Every time we've gone, they've had these. It's the Bat manga, 1, 2, and 3.
I checked out, like I told you, Bat manga number 1 was at the shop last Wednesday when I went in and was working. And yes.
Okay.
And the guy that had bought it hadn't picked it up yet, and I got kicked off the job site last Wednesday, so I was able to go in and help out at the shop, and I was flipping through it, and the art looked really cool.
Hey,
Fat Daddy-O, appreciate you, man.
Yep, thank you, Fat Daddy-O.
Sir. So he's got 5 entries in for the super massive giveaway, but yeah, the art inside looked really cool, and the guy that ordered it, he didn't realize it was a manga.
Not only is it a manga, it's from the 1960s.
Okay, then it wasn't Bat manga. It was whatever the newest Batman manga that came out.
I don't know that there is. I don't know, to be honest with you.
Or maybe it was a Deadpool one. I'm sorry.
Deadpool manga. Yeah,
the new Deadpool one.
Yeah,
he was kind of upset that it was a manga, and I was like, "Look, like I'm not a manga guy either, like at all." I said, "However, I will say." I read the Pokemon series because it was something I enjoyed, and because it was something I enjoyed, I was able to still enjoy it, and you get used to reading left to right, and the art is really cool, and I said, I already flipped through this, man. The art looks really good. I said, so give it a try, man. I said, you'll get used to reading the left to right if that's your only turn off really quickly.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a full video on this because I think it warrants it. I mean, this is Batman history, so to speak. It was done in the 60s. In Japan during the height of Batman, right? During 66, Adam West Batman, all the goofy villains, Batman, Dick, all of those. It's written in that really corny style.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't too long ago. I guess, I don't know the exact date they came out with it, but it's still got the old DC logo, and it smelled of mildew. So you know that it's been in that shop for God knows how long. And but yes,
so you picked those up at the at Quest. Okay,
yes, and they beautiful white pages still. I mean, just gorgeous. So I finally pulled the trigger on that because I was there. I was like literally trying to buy everything, but then I was going on organic price books, and I'm like, well, if they have it still in stock, I'm not going to give these guys cover price when I can get it for 30% off. Not that I don't think it, it's when you're buying $125 books,
Yeah.
you want it to, you want to be able to buy as many as possible. So this was the big reason why I went in.
Oh, because that's the one you didn't get?
Yeah, this is the one I didn't get. It's the new printing. I could get the goofy looking. Humberto Ramos did a homage to this, and I love Humberto Ramos's artwork. I just didn't want, old school Green Goblin and Peter Parker on volume 2 with his artwork on it.
Does that spine match your other ones?
Yeah, everything I have is all new printing.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's awesome.
Okay. Well, at least they're all gonna match. I wouldn't be able to deal with having new printings with old printings. And, yeah.
Chaos. What are some of the manga you're reading, dude? I'm loving manga, and then I'll give you guys an update on Spider-Man too, because I'm going to talk some major. I'm going to go ahead and cuss some major shit about Spider-Man. I have been so frustrated this week with Spider-Man. I was like 3 weeks ahead, and this stupid clone saga. Anyways, matter of fact, I should probably save it because I'm getting to the point where I'm able to record in here now, so I need to wait. And then this was actually the free book I got. So they had $125 Omnibus. It was the Green Arrow Longbow Hunters, but Logan got the last one. Yeah, Kevin, dude, I hate these. The fact that like they don't match.
Yeah, but at least all yours match,
Yeah, like so I'm glad that I'm buying them when I am. But yeah, dude, I would be so frustrated. But so this was the free book I got. I actually thought it was pretty cool. It's the Marvel 75 years. It has everything from Captain America 1, Fantastic Four 1, Hulk, AF-15, Avengers 1, the first Harry and Gwen, FF-48, 49, 50, or Amazing Spider-Man 50. So like all of these really Hulk 181. So all of the big books,
okay,
so to speak.
Right on.
So, and I got it for free.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That made it worth it. And then I also had, you guys saw the picture of it, but right here, to put it in perspective, that is a 70-inch couch, and that takes up almost that whole thing. That is a massive Spider-Man omnibus. I mean, that thing is huge. It's got to be 2.5 foot too tall. So,
oh, you got one of those from up there too?
Yeah, I was like, Logan, should I get that, dude?
Kirby one they had.
Yeah, well, because Logan, he was heading home the same time we were, so because he had already been that day, and he was telling me about the thing, and he's like, "Well, we'll stop on the way out," and so we didn't go home until super late that night because we stopped. And I was like, "Logan, should I get that?" And he's like, "No," and he was like, he thought I was goofing, and so I was like, "No, dude, I'm getting it." So I'm like carrying that around, these stupid things. Got the Bat manga, and the guy's like, "So you need some help, man? You need some help?" It's like, yeah. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Chaos.
What?
A demographic experimentalish manga for adults. I don't know. Let me Google that. Maybe that's something I should not Google. All right. Yep. So anyways, that's the pickups. Let's talk Doctor Strange too. Right, and
Doctor Strange here. Nick's eating some Gushers.
Well, I had to share it with Justin. I saw a video of him this week on Instagram, and I went to go buy Paisley some dog food. I was like, dude, you know what? There were some Gushers right there. I was like, I've not had those since we were a kid. I'm going to try a pack, and they're surprisingly still crappy. But
I've always liked them and still do, but that's just me.
They just feel gritty. I don't know. Something weird. Anyways.
All right, Doctor Strange.
All right, so where do we begin?
Should we start at the end or start at the middle? Or we could just start at the beginning. So we see Doctor Strange in another universe, and he's helping
Ponytail Doctor Strange.
Right. Helping America escape from Dormammu.
Nope, that's not Dormammu. Nope.
That's not who that was?
Nope. It kind of has a thing, but no, we come to find out it's just a demon that Wanda sends after him.
Yeah.
It's not Dormammu.
Okay. Yeah. I knew. Yeah.
But it does kind of have a similar look. Like it really did, because I thought that at first.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, which I don't think I am, let me know. But I almost 100%. And no, I'm not gonna shit on it, dude. I will wanted to love this movie. I don't think there was a
I
movie.
didn't expect to even like it, and I went and saw it twice. So
There was not a movie I wanted to love more than this Doctor Strange, because I've been hyping up Doctor Strange 1 and how great it actually is
mhm.
and how amazing it was. And I've rewatched it probably 10 times
I
this year
still
already.
haven't been able to. I fall asleep every time I watch it,
I
and it's
love this
not
movie.
because I
I
don't
really do.
like it, or not because I just don't want to watch it. I can't stay awake, and I don't know why. But we find out that Doctor Strange is dreaming, and then we find out that when you dream, it's you're seeing yourself in another multiverse and all that. But I've just got some bullet notes here. I mean, do you have anything specific like you want to talk about in the beginning
So
parts?
I
Or
thought the beginning was like they were trying to do the whole Thor: Love and Thunder abrupt intro, capture attention, and honestly, it felt very just like not very intriguing to me, right? Because you start off with Doctor Strange with the ponytail that I can't take seriously, and then you start out with a
what's
new
Defender
character.
of Doctor Strange, bro?
I know, but then you take and it's this new character that he's trying to save. That I I knew who it was going in, but as a new, like, if I didn't know anything about the comics, like there's no interest in this character yet. There's no um, love built for this character. Why do I give a damn if she dies or not?
You talking about America?
Yeah, right at the
So do
beginning.
we
Like
want to
that's,
just
that's
jump
her
in and
hook.
start talking about America then?
No, well, we can keep going, but I'm just saying,
Okay.
like, to me, from the very beginning, I wasn't hooked because, we've not built up any love, any appreciation for her as a
Yeah.
character. It's just this rando that he's trying to save. Why do I
Well, I mean,
care?
and here was my thoughts on America. Hold on.
And while he's doing that, so, but yeah, so, honestly, the parts I appreciated most about this movie were the parts that weren't um, superhero Doctor Strange, so to speak. For me, it was his personal life, the Christine, that kind of thing. Um, I don't hate America. I had no vested interest in her, right? Up until this point of this movie, why is your hook immediately going to be, we've
Well,
got to save this girl?
and here's my thing. She was completely pointless in this entire movie. They could have replaced her with a spell written on a page that Wong and Doctor Strange had hidden away somewhere, and not a single part of this movie would have been altered.
Yeah, and I know you talked to a couple other people about that.
And
And
and it's not that I don't have any vested interest one way or another for America, but I felt like she did nothing to make us. They did not write this character to give us anything to be excited about.
yeah, like there was no like,
She wasn't like it's not like she was like a funny character or yeah, Rick, this is all spoilers, bro. That's why I wrote it in the description and everything. Like we're talking all spoilers here.
yeah.
But I didn't feel like they really did anything to give me any reason to have a vested interest in this character at all.
No, none. And
I mean,
that was the frustrating thing, is because, like, I understand her abilities, and I thought they were pretty cool with her star portals and stuff, but like I had zero affection for her as a character, or zero reason to actually love
or even
appreciate her as a
hate. Like
character.
there's no reason to. They don't give you a reason to like or dislike her. She's just
Yeah.
like a
She's just
bystanding
there.
character. She's just a
Yeah.
bystanding character. Like I said, they could have replaced her with a spell on a piece of paper that Doctor Strange was running around with, trying to get away from Wanda with, and nothing would have changed.
Yeah. So that whole
That's
premise
just how
was
I
kind of
felt
just
about it.
strange to me. You get it?
Especially
Strange.
like this being her big like debut.
Premiere.
You would
They didn't
think
do
they
her
would have.
justice, I guess, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that they would have actually like given her something. I mean, I don't know. And even at the end, like, and then like here's the other thing, okay? Well, we'll talk about the end part with her, because I thought the way that like she just all of a sudden like goes from, oh, I don't know how to use my powers, to I am the master of my powers and I can defeat everyone in mere seconds. Like, what kind of shit is that?
Well, I hate when they do that with anybody, and that's a really big issue in a lot of comics in general. And that's one thing I do appreciate about a lot of manga in those animated storylines, is like the main character will literally spend an entire book and a half training and learning and struggling. And I think that's one reason why, like, I do like My Hero Academia. I love a lot of that and some of those things, because you're like, you're like, man, this failing character, and like Peter Parker, great job at the beginning, right? He's failing a lot and a lot of issues, and trying to figure out his own path. But they did the same thing in Star Wars with like Rey. She all of a sudden is a this Jedi
Don't
master.
even start with the paint universe. That was the dumbest shit
Oh,
I
yeah.
ever seen.
And the musical fight scene. I don't know if that was.
Oh,
from
we're
the
gonna get to that. Don't even start on that.
Okay, because that was.
I've got plenty of bullet notes here, and that is
So
at
what
the
happens
very
next?
top.
So we get the whole. So after that, he wakes up, goes to Christine's wedding, which broke my heart because I was like, dang, he
Right.
really loves that.
Well, let's talk about the fact that he just buries a dead alternate version.
That doesn't happen yet. That hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that happens after the wedding. Because my favorite part in the movie, you know what my favorite part in the movie was? When he freaking just like, all right, whatever, I gotta go fight this effing octopus. Let me just roll up off the balcony with my,
Now I like that. Here's what when I saw that.
Strange.
When I saw that, I saw Tony Stark. Boop, and then walking in the suit, just like
that was his Tony Stark.
Right. I thought that was cool.
Have a good night, Bourbon. Appreciate you, brother.
Later, man. But I thought that was cool. I liked that part. Now,
yeah, I mean,
like there's literally like I don't even know how many different like spells and things he's done with that ring in all these other movies that could have absolutely taken care of this character in a second.
Yeah.
But we're gonna let this character. They're gonna let this eyeball monster just kill. We're gonna like tear the city up, kill people. Like, dude,
well, to me,
you could take care of this thing like that. We've seen it in other movies.
Well, and there was a lot of that in random issues or random points with this movie, like with Wanda. Where
there's so many things where it's like,
everything, and then all of a sudden now she's struggling with Captain Carter. But that's something
we're gonna get to that. Yeah.
So, anyways,
that's also
I felt like that was a good moment because that felt very Doctor Strange-ish. I love the fact that Wong came out and was able to kick ass and wasn't just this comedic relief for the entire movie, which I've
always liked Wong.
Man, he is. I like. He straight up came out and kicked some tail. Mm-hmm. There was one moment whenever you could tell. I think he was thrown down, and like his stunt double was literally like half his size and weight. And I'm like, come on, guys. Like, really? It was pretty rough. We definitely are chaos, and I hate that. Like, I was so pumped. I was so excited. And I think but we haven't gotten to the best parts either.
We're just stating facts. We're not shitting on it. Like,
I'm crapping on it. Yeah, I think so too. My favorite part was it's part of the custom, to bow. Wong, man, he got to crap into the stick for a lot of the movies. It's just the librarian and stuff like that.
I feel like in this movie, like as Sorcerer Supreme, they made him look super weak.
Yeah, well, at first he was really, 8
out of 10. What did you watch, Chaos?
I don't know, man. I need a full rankings of where Chaos puts this.
He probably puts like Captain Marvel as number 1.
He probably puts The Last Jedi like at number 1 in the Star Wars saga.
But
for
okay,
sure.
So let's skip forward to where we see like we see.
And I agree with this, Isle. And to me, like Doctor Strange in the comic books is, they did a good job with him in No Way Home because he is very foolish and he always does like, not necessarily the most responsible things.
He's reckless.
Yeah, he's very reckless with
Which is why he's dead in almost every universe.
Dude, for real. Jar Jar Binks, man. Come on. He's the GOAT. Justin, nobody gives a dang what you think. So what happened next after that? America shows up with dead Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm. And like, so we're on top of a building. And I don't know how they do things. I guess they're in New York, but I don't know how they do things in New York. I work on top of skyscrapers and big buildings all the time. I ain't never seen cobblestone laid on top of a building, and I definitely ain't never seen cobblestone laid on top of a building with dirt under it. I mean, so I thought that was kind of silly. And then okay, so then you're going to tell me it's a garden. Okay, so this man just buried a dead body in somebody's garden. Which I'm not saying like one way or another that makes or breaks or hurts the movie at all. I
But it
just
was
found it
definitely an odd
hilarious.
moment.
Like it was just funny. I was just like, oh, okay, like we're just gonna stick him right here. F it.
Well,
It
and
just
what
cracked me
happened at
up.
that
I thought it was
moment?
funny.
What happened there ruined like what they led in the trailer, where you're thinking you're going to get zombie Doctor Strange, which you kind of do, but I thought we were going to get this very evil, insane Doctor Strange, and not so much.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we kind of get to
I don't even remember what happened next. What happens next?
I just said I didn't say I said I thought it was funny. I wasn't saying one way or the other. Like it didn't make me feel like it sucked or anything. I just thought it was
a
funny.
moment.
I just thought it was funny.
So they go back to the I want to say the cathedral, but obviously that's not it. What is the name for the place where they live or they train? The Carmitage. Damn it! Somebody help me out here. Carmitage. Anyways, they go back there, and then Doctor Strange really steps in it by going to Wanda.
The Carmitage. I'm just laughing at chaos.
Kamar. Okay, come on.
Look, the Paint Universe shit was stupid as hell. Chaos, like that was just ridiculous.
Thank you, Fat Daddy on aisle.
In a movie full of ridiculous, that was ridiculous, but
not the anyway. So they go there, and then this was actually one of my favorite moments, where you show up, you see Wanda, and if you've watched WandaVision, which I don't know if you ever did or not, but she loses her children.
I couldn't get into it.
It was very good. So basically what happened, and if you didn't watch it, then you'd be very lost like my wife. But essentially,
well, I mean, I knew what happened in it. I
Yeah.
just couldn't get through.
Yeah.
I couldn't get through the show.
and she loses her kids that she created. She, all that. So I'm excited because I'm a huge Wanda fan, Scarlet Witch fan. I've said since she came in the second Avengers, I think is when it was, that they nerfed her powers so bad.
I forget who I was talking to, but I told them that you have been like a huge mark for Wanda, and I've just kind of been like, whatever.
Oh,
I will say after this movie, bro, if they did anything right, they did Scarlet Witch awesome. She was that dude, and I thought it was badass, man. I thought she was absolutely badass.
Well, no, so 1996 Marvel definitely hates Peter Parker. Tom DeFalco.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that too, Russ. I've got that as a bullet point too.
The Clone Saga was the single worst thing to ever happen to Peter Parker. F Marvel in the 90s. They have ruined the first 400 plus issues I've read for me. Thank you, Marvel. 30 years later, I'm still gonna bitch about it. I don't care. Now, so shows up to Wanda, right? And super pumped at this moment because this is like I've been waiting for Scarlet Witch, and I've already edited your videos where you gave your review. I've seen the spoilers, so like I know going into it that I know she's going to be crazy, but I'm thinking it's a different multiverse Wanda, and that's what I've figured out in my head, that she's fine. A different multiverse Wanda is about to flip out. I'm like, okay, cool, and then Doctor Strange, he goes, I didn't tell you, or she was like, I didn't tell you the name.
I didn't say, and I said to myself,
because she put so much emphasis on it. I'm like,
right. I said to myself, I was like, did I miss him saying? Like, I don't remember him saying her name. And then she said that, and I was like, oh, I thought they were gonna kill Doctor Strange right there. I was like, they're about to kill Doctor Strange right here. She's just gonna kill him.
Yeah. Well, and then she turned it, and everything was just. I'm like, oh man. And then of course she has the Darkhold, which you guys know what that happens. And man, I was so pumped. That is the moment where I was like, okay, it's about to get exciting. And she's like,
I would have liked to have seen. And here, like, again, it would have had to be something.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that would have such a great line. Great line, TJ.
Yeah. They would have had to delete some scenes to make room for it. But I think it would have been so cool to be able to see a little bit of her change from
Yeah.
reading the Darkhold.
Yeah, because at the end of WandaVision, all you basically see, and Chaos mentions it, is basically her sitting there reading it in her
Right.
cabin.
And so we don't
And
get any of that. But you know, we couldn't cut any of the necessary, continuous, long, drawn out
paint fight scenes.
commentary sitting at a diner, and you know, just there was so much unnecessary, like long, boring commentary in the movie that I think could have been taken out, and we could have been given something cool like that. But
yeah. Apparently, and fact check me out there, guys, but they reshot like 80% of this movie per Kevin Feige. This wasn't the true Sam Raimi vision for the movie.
yeah, they cut like 30 minutes of it, and that's
I hope we get an
probably in
extended
part to people like Russell, who was complaining about how long Batman was. I'm just saying, like,
well, he ruined the shit out of that for us, didn't he?
way to go.
What is the score for this, by the way? I think it's one of the worst rated ones ever, right?
Was it really?
I want to say it's
I
like
definitely don't. I definitely don't. I would put this in like top 15 for me, like maybe even top 10.
yeah.
I would
Maybe after
probably-
this we can like just look and like look at
Yeah,
all of
I
them.
mean,
and
I
make a quick list.
like even with all the things in it that I just, you know, that we're going to talk about tonight, I still think it would be top 15 for me for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, Doctor Strange suffered the second worst cinema score. Thor, the first Thor had the worst, which I told my Logan, my brother-in-law, I was like, look, it's not Thor: The Dark World bad, but it wasn't that great either. Very middle of the road, and I think that's the issue. We'll talk about that. Remind me about that later.
I think for the
You're crazy, Chris.
casual,
Black Panther was a great movie.
it
The
was not
biggest
better
issue-
than Black Panther, Chris. Black Panther's top 5 for me.
The Black Panther, the issue with that movie is they did not give Michael B. Jordan a bigger role. He should have, and I know he had a very large role, but he should have been.
He stole the show for me.
massive.
But I wished like I wish they hadn't killed him, because
Oh my
I would have
gosh!
been so jacked to see him continue on, man.
Or do a show. Oh man, Michael B. Jordan is one of the greatest actors of our time.
Oh yeah, well, you and I have said that for I don't even know how long. Ever since he was in Friday Night Lights, we've been saying how much we've enjoyed him and everything he's done. Like he's like, yeah. But so where were we at? Okay, so he finds Wanda, and you know, she drops the spell.
Yeah.
And which I heard in 4D movies, you could actually smell the apples when from the twigs she was breaking.
That's
So that's kind of neat.
That was, I mean, the visual right there was really good. Not like the red wasn't great, but like the apple orchid and stuff like that. Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
And she gives him a choice. She's like, "All right, look, you can give her to me, or I will take her from you."
Well,
But I have been extremely reasonable.
Well,
And I
that's-
will
she
stop
goes-
being reasonable. And when she said that, that's when you could see how
Yeah.
evil
Oh, terrible.
that she's about to get. When she's like, "I've been extremely reasonable." Like, oh shit. Yes.
Dude, when she said me sending the monsters after her was reasonable because it's not me.
Yeah.
My biggest
Yeah.
issue is that her entire motivation was her kids. I'm like,
Yeah.
and again, I love my daughter, but I just felt like that was kind of a weird. I don't know. It just seemed like I wish there was a better motivation for it than.
I don't
trying
have
to
a
find her.
problem with that.
It
I don't
just
have a
seemed
problem
weird
with that,
to
other
have
than the fact that I thought it was weird, like that her alternate universe counterparts really do have these children.
Yeah, she's the only
Like,
one that doesn't apparently.
That she's the only, but she created hers. Like, so I don't know. That was kind of weird to me. Like, how did she? And her kids are the exact same kids as the other ones have.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Like, how does she create the same ones that the rest of her alternate universe counterparts have? And why didn't we go into how she found out about that? Like, how did she find out
Yeah,
that
Darkhold.
I'm the only one that doesn't have children? and I'm going to create my own children that are the exact same children. Like that,
Yeah.
to me, that was kind of like a plot hole that I would have liked to have seen brought to the light. I think that would have been something cool to see. Like, did she somehow, go into the multiverse? And yeah, exactly, Flash. That was another thing I had for later. Like, is Vision their father in the other universes? If so, where is Vision? Is Vision dead in every universe? We know he's dead in this universe. Is he dead in every universe? Because where was he at? I mean, nowhere at all to be found. I mean, so that was something else that I thought was weird. But you definitely could see that Doctor Strange took her seriously, because he was like, all right, we're getting back to the Taj Mahal. And
Karmatage.
oh, yeah. And we are getting ready.
Yeah.
And they start getting everybody out there, and everybody.
Yeah. And Wong, this is my favorite part of the movie. Wong's like, be careful with
He
your words.
wasn't there. That's it. It didn't need to be explained.
Huh?
Chris said it wasn't. He wasn't there. That's it. It just doesn't need to be explained. I don't know. To me, that he plays such an integral part in her life. Like,
well, that's what she says. I had to blow a hole through the head of the man I love.
Right, over and over again. So I don't know. He kind of seems like a big deal when it comes to her to me.
They just didn't want to pay Paul Bettany. That's all it was.
And I don't think that it would have, like, again, that's not something I think would have made a huge impact on the movie. It was just a question I had. Yeah. It was just a question I had. Like, was he the that, like, did her and Vision fall in love in these other universes? And if not, like, are they just all single mothers? Like, what's the deal?
Oh, listen, I did like the fact though that because I was curious.
Okay, so I didn't pick up on that, Chris. So in the other universe, Wanda doesn't have powers.
She had powers in that one because she came out of that where they went to the book at the end, and she stopped dream sleeping, or whatever the hell they called it. She floated out with red powers out of that, the Wanda from that new universe. So she had her powers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, she had powers there.
So, Two Brothers Comics 1, Chaos and Comics 0.
She was rocking some mom jeans too. Anyways, so Wong, Doctor Strange talking. One of my favorite lines was Wong basically saying, "Look, the multiverse is resting. What the hell you're about to say? So be mindful, please."
Yeah.
He's like, like you can see
already up
9-0.
I
was like, all right, this is not going to end well. And then he comes back, says something snarky, and then they start fighting. And this is where I felt like we just saw Wanda get nerfed again.
Well, hold on, because before we get to there, they start talking about the Book of Vishanti.
Mm-hmm.
And this was something I did have an issue with.
Yeah.
Because Doctor Strange was like, what? I thought that was just a fairy tale. And Wong is like, no, it's not. Like, I know about it from reading, when I became Sorcerer Supreme and reading.
Yeah.
So it's like they're making out like Doctor Strange just blew off all of that. When I do specifically remember him breaking into the bad part of the library he shouldn't have been in and reading every damn book in the whole place. So he just wasn't ever told about that book, or didn't, like, that's the one thing he didn't read about was
that is a very good point, because
the Book of Vishanti was real. That's the one thing he didn't read about that Wong did. Like, that to me doesn't add up, because he was very, very much into reading everything in there.
The only thing I could think of is if maybe he like blipped, so to speak, whenever he took on a Sorcerer Supremes. Oh,
maybe they printed that book while he was blipped.
No, not printed, because it's a historic. Maybe he just didn't have time to read it between when he became Sorcerer Supreme and when all that took place.
Yeah, but wasn't he Sorcerer Supreme longer than Wong has been at this point?
Well, he was gone for 5 years, remember?
Mm.
So that
I don't know. I just thought to me, it kind of came off as like the way Wong responded was kind of like, well, it would kind of be like if you and I were in school and you were like, and I was like, wait, why is this on the test? I don't remember hearing about that. And it's like, dude, you didn't do you didn't do your homework. Like,
That's one thing.
it kind of
Dr.
felt like
Strange
they were making out like Doctor Strange wasn't, didn't put in the effort to read any of the books when he most certainly did, even before he became Sorcerer Supreme.
No,
when
I'm
he
fairly
was
certain
breaking
he
in.
was Sorcerer Supreme, because whenever in No Way Home, there was that scene where I believe it was Tom, goes, "Oh, you're Sorcerer Supreme now," and Strange goes, "Well, one of you blipped for 5 years. It kind of just what do you call it? He became like de facto, facto, whatever that term is, Sorcerer Supreme." So I thought it was that he was. I thought, man, I cannot speak today.
I'm talking about in Doctor Strange 1 when he was like breaking into the library when Wong was like in there and he would like open a portal and reach his hand in and grab books. Like, that's what I was talking about, because he wasn't Sorcerer Supreme at the time, but he was still reading everything.
I would rewatch Doctor Strange 2 before both the Batman and Snyder Cut. I agree, Chaos. I tried
Snyder
to
Cut. I didn't care for nothing about Snyder Cut, and I watched Batman 3 times. I probably won't ever watch it again.
What up, Berkey Burke?
Because it did, like, after the third time watching it, I was like, okay, I've had enough of this movie.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it, but I watched it 3 times, and I'm haven't watched it since it's been on HBO, and I probably won't.
Yeah, for sure.
So then we see Wanda is here, and I love how he goes out to her, and they just had that conversation, and she's just like, "What's up? You have your options. I'm about to get real. What did she say she was being earlier?
Not generous, patient. What was it? Because we said it a bunch of reasonable.
She's I'm about to get real unreasonable out here.
Yeah.
And then whenever they start attacking her and throwing all this stuff and doing everything, but I love how she's just like she's deflecting everything, but she's looking like, which one of you is it? Which one of y'all is the guy that is weak? Who is it? And she finds him, and the way all of a sudden she's just like whoosh, right up behind him,
like the Avengers 2.
Yeah, and my man's like, nope, I'm out. Poof. And there it is. All hell breaks loose.
Well, see, and to me, I was expecting her to fully just flatten that place in an instant, right? Because she absolutely could. And I feel like they kind of nerfed her powers for a fight scene for the movie. I get it. But, I mean, after the things we've seen her do and capable of, especially now with the Darkhold, there was no reason where
But you have to remember, she doesn't know where in there America is. So she doesn't want to take a chance of killing America, because then she can't take her powers. That's why she's there. So
I just want to see her literally destroy everybody in an universe.
Bow.
We'll say that again.
I said Nick just wants to see her clap a universe.
I do. I just wanted to gone.
Okay, so Scarlet Witch or Goku?
Ooh. And that's difficult for me because my opinion on Goku. But
what's up, Steve? Hey, yeah, this is all spoilers, man. It's in the title, it's in the description. So if you run up on a spoiler, man,
Chaos, you're full of crap. There was no Ant-Man cameo. So I don't know. I think Wanda would just give Goku heart disease and then he'd die. That's probably what happened. That's the only thing that killed Goku. His heart disease. He's died one other time, I do believe, but like in the lore, in the future. Like, anyways, we're not gonna get into that. I don't know. Broly's he's the legendary Super Saiyan, but he's no Super Saiyan God. You know what I mean?
So back to Doctor Strange.
I could talk about that all day.
I thought that one of the coolest parts of the movie was her using when he trapped her in the glass
the mirror,
and then she uses the reflections from water puddles and mirrors to travel to where they are at.
Exactly. This is the moment I was waiting for in the movie. This was the moment. I was expecting her to walk up.
I told you there was one part in there that was going to like creep you out. When she comes, I mean that was the Sam Raimi-est moment in this movie.
It was
when
very
she came
strange.
through that mirror. I was like, yeah, that's awesome.
But so real quick, in the mirror, what I hated is they kept making her look weak in moments, like, or uncertain or scared. When she got in that mirror, the look they gave her on her face, like she's panicking. No, she wouldn't. Like, why would you let her look weak? Or don't let Wanda
Oh, I
look
didn't even
weak.
catch the face part.
Oh, next time you watch it, like, she looks very panicked or weak or scared in some moments. And I'm like, are you kidding me? No, she wouldn't. Come on. And maybe it was just the way she was acting, and like maybe I just took it, but I feel like she looked scared in some moments, and maybe that was them saying it's, the real Wanda, not the Darkhold, kind of breaking through in those moments. I don't know. I just thought like they made her look weak at some points. So, but yeah, when she popped out of there, and then they're like, "Oh, she's using the reflections," I'm like, "Dang."
Yeah, I thought that was extremely cool and very clever. A very clever way to use her powers for sure.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I just the way, because everybody kind of feels things differently, right?
Yeah.
And the way I perceive things are clearly a lot different than others. And so maybe that's it. Maybe she was just like, okay, let's
Man, we must
figure it out.
really suck if he's gonna go watch Sacramento play.
No, bro, that's probably what Justin's doing. He's probably watching a hockey game instead of talking to us.
We're gonna we're gonna work the good in with as we get through the movie.
Yeah, we've already talked about a ton of good stuff.
Yeah, everything we have talked about Wanda. Okay. That's even
So
worse.
see, that's probably what Justin's watching is hockey. I bet you he's
Mhm.
tweeting it right now. Let me see.
Like up to this point, like to me, everything Wanda has been like literally the coolest. Like
Yeah.
everything that they did with her up to this point, like made me smile and just be like so jacked. I was just like, okay, like I see why Nick is like so in on this character, and I felt the same way. I was just like, man, like we don't need Kang the Conqueror, bro. Like this is your villain right here to go with for a minute. Give
Yeah.
her something else to be pissed off about, and it's on. And we're gonna go over in a little while why that's not gonna happen,
Mhm.
which I don't buy it. I don't buy it. So is this the point where we go traveling through the multiverses?
So they fought. Wong gets captured. I'm trying to replay it in my head what happens, because she's like, I'm being real reasonable and it's about to end.
Yeah.
And then America gets scared and randomly just, yes, I think this is it. I
they
think
do
this is
the
where they
portal
travel
jump.
through. Wong is left, which I think
Which again, why you have the Sorcerer Supreme and Doctor Strange both standing there? Why don't they just
no, bro.
America away somewhere, or even
Oh, I
Wanda
see. Yeah,
somewhere?
exactly. No, that's a good point. Like, just give her away.
I mean, there was so many times in the movie that I felt like they were just dismissing
like
the powers that these two have.
like TJ said earlier, it's a movie thing, so they don't have to like hide things away, so they don't have to explain it. And they did nerf Brawler.
Those are some pretty big things to hide away. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think Marvel will ever let instant destruction type characters ever do that. You could have never explained. Hold that thought, because here in a minute, I think she was pretty dang close to being an instant destruction character. Yeah, finally saw some real Wanda. But so we go through the paint universe, which was stupid, and I get it. They were trying to do some cool visuals, like we saw in Doctor Strange 1, but it was just they weren't done well. I don't think, not at all.
yeah.
I mean, what do you think? Like,
I mean,
the cartoon, the animated thing, like
that one I didn't have a problem with.
it broke.
but-
It broke the. What's the word?
Did the cartoon universe does that make Into the Spider-Verse MCU canon now?
Oh God.
Oh, it's time. It's Miles is here. That's it. He's here. It's official.
Oh man, I'm telling
And
you,
the
dude.
spec goes wild.
We should do a whole video on that and make it like really serious, and then be like, if you believe any of this, you're full of crap. Stop hyping up stupid books. Like we said earlier this week, which, I guess people didn't receive the point as clearly as we thought.
Nobody understood the point I was making on my Marvel messing up the spec game. In no form or fashion was I saying that Marvel or the MCU gives a damn about what is going on the secondary market. And that's what everybody took from it. It was like everybody listened to the first sentence I said and then dropped a comment. Like, if that's how you're gonna watch videos, like whatever. Like at that point, you're just dropping ignorant statements because you didn't even watch the video. But if you watched the video and you made that comment, then it was just a misunderstanding, which is totally cool. That's why I pinned a comment at the top to let everyone know what I was actually explaining. And what I was actually explaining was like, this is the second time where Marvel has said, we're giving you this. And then the spec books go crazy. And then they're like, no, we're not going to give you this. Actually, you thought we were, but we weren't. And then the books go right back to where they were, or they drop a lot. And that was all I was making a point of. I wasn't saying Marvel is directly trying to affect the spec market. It was just indirectly
TJ.
in form of what they're actually doing in the movies. But
so yeah, and I
Rick
get
Howard, Justin Birch, and I will be at Heroes Con in North Carolina for sure.
Is it in June?
Yeah.
See, that's right. Like, what are the dates?
Let me see. I can tell you.
See, that's the week before Ellie's birthday. I think it's the 24th and 26th.
I forget. It's on my calendar.
It's the 24th and 26th.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll fly over there. I don't know. But like, and to be honest with you, I get how kind of people were thinking about it, how kind of saw it, but it is what it is. I mean, that's part of our job to be a little bit clear on our end, kind of our points. We just appreciate the comments, good and bad and or ugly.
Yeah.
Wow, my dog is whining at the door. Go away, Paisley. So anyways, back to the movie.
Yeah, and like I wasn't like, and like when I say like dropped an ignorant statement, like I'm not saying, I mean that in like the actual definition, like you dropped a statement before actually watching the video and knowing what I'm saying. I'm not saying like you're some, because I know like there was one time where I said, well, that statement was kind of ignorant, to what actually happened. The guy took it like I was calling him stupid. I'm like, I'm not calling you stupid. I'm saying like you literally made a comment
Just lack of
without
knowledge.
actually watching it.
Remember when
I make ignorant ass comments all the time. All the time.
So Dustin was a bully, but the one way I could get back at him was just calling him ignorant because he didn't fully appreciate the value of that word. And dude, it would set him off.
Yeah, I'd be ready to snatch his ears off.
Anywho's, we're going through the multiverses. Really pulled me away from like the experience here, and then we end up in this backwards universe. We see, is it Mo? What's his name? The guy that brought Doctor Strange in the first movie. Modor, he turns evil.
Yeah, he hates Strange. Mordo. Yeah,
Mordo. Man, I'm terrible with words today. I was close. But anyways, so that was very intriguing to see that. And I wasn't expecting him to do kind of the same thing, but we kind of got a really I like
Mordo is a dick in every universe.
Well, I like the backstory we finally get on Fantastic, or not on Fantastic, on Doctor Strange in this universe. I like the moment where you got to see Christine and how he got the watch. That was really a felt moment. And then we finally see Christine walk in, and I'm like, oh man. And I'm glad they brought her back because I like Rachel McAdams as an actor. I think she's good. She was fantastic in Eurovision. Have you ever watched that? And then this was the moment I knew where we were at. As soon as he ended up in this glass case and you start seeing the Ultron sentries, I was so excited. I was starting to get pumped. And then, what up, Bueller? Look. I was showing this off today. I finally pulled it out because it showed up while we were moving, and I was showing it off. It's awesome. Look. Bueller checking out some
Nick and I both missed out on meeting Bueller in the same week last week. I even had a time set up. The man made a special trip back out this way, and my boss wouldn't let me off work. He ended up making me work late.
And the next day you got kicked off the job, so
pissed me all the way off. So hope you had fun out here, Bueller. I hope that Titan was not the only comic shop you went to, because Like I told you, man,
If you come back through, I
Titan
need
is
to go
an
to.
extremely underwhelming comic shop, especially compared to the other shops around here. But
There are some
for
cool ones.
some reason, it is like one of the ones that people always, everybody knows because they've just been around for a long time. But the shop, like, they don't have that many books, and the guys that work there, they don't like. I've never had an experience where they asked me if I needed help, said, "Hey, f you," nothing. Like they don't even look up from the screen.
Is that the
most of
one
time,
when we
but-
walked in and they were just all sitting in the back playing card games, or like is it the one where they right in the middle they have the card table? Yeah, I think the last time we were there was a couple years ago, and you got the Sons of Anarchy comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only been there like 3 times after that, but yeah, they don't. Their inventory is extremely small. Like I think I got more books here than they do.
So
But,
anyways, the movie, where are we at? Oh, all right. So the Illuminati, we knew what's about to happen. We're all pumped. I'm freaking stoked. I already know.
Even though we know who's going to be there and what's going to happen, we're still excited about it for sure.
And you were, one thing you said in your video was when these moments happen, again, spoiler just in case, but whenever you hear the you know, and then Anson Mount. So I asked you who was playing Black Bolt. You said you didn't know. That was the Black Bolt from the TV show. Anson Mount, they brought him back. Remember
What
Highway?
TV show?
Huh?
What TV show?
Inhumans. It wasn't
I
that
never
good.
watched it.
Yeah, it was canceled after one season, I believe.
He
And,
looked great, man.
dude,
His
he was
suit,
awesome in the show. He really was.
I heard
He
his
made a
suit
film.
didn't look as good in the show.
It did. Nothing looked great in the show. That's why it was canceled.
But his suit, like, and this is one thing when we talked about Black Bolt possibly entering the MCU, which I still don't. I don't know that this means Black Bolt's in. I mean, this could have been the only time we see him, and he never makes a return.
They're going to have to bring in humans in at some point.
Yeah,
it's like, how are you going to do?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, but it doesn't mean that like he's gonna like from here on out, like when they bring in the Fantastic Four, he's in.
Well, he's not Fantastic Four.
I know, but I'm saying like Fantastic Four is attached to the Inhumans so heavily that yes, at some point they're going to have to, but it doesn't mean it's going to be immediate. I mean, we could be several more years before we see him again. But what I said when we talked about it was if they do bring him in, they're going to have to take some. And I didn't know, like I said, I didn't watch the show. I didn't even know there was one, honestly. Is it pretty old?
No, it was like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. type show.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch any of those.
Yeah, so it tied into that when they started doing the whole Inhumans thing. Like, it got really muddy really quickly. It wasn't great. But again, when you see Anson Mount up there, I was hyped because I loved him in Highway. What was it? The railroad show we watched with him in it.
Oh, Hell on Wheels.
Hell on Wheels.
Who did he play in that?
The main guy. That's Anson Mount.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your phone's doing the beeping thing. But yeah, so super excited to see him. And
I didn't know that was him. And
you know,
what I was going to say is
Carter,
like the design
whatever.
of his suit. The one thing I said was if they ever bring him in, they're going to have to redesign his suit because, I mean, there's no way if they take the suit design from the comics with like the wings and stuff like that, that would be hard to make cool. And I felt like they did a great job of even like with the fourth thing there, like they made it so subtle and an absolute such a complimentary part of his mask. And I loved everything about his suit design and everything. I loved that he was kind of grizzled and had some scruff on his face. Like I thought that Black Bolt was badass.
Yeah. So you know, as you're introduced to them, right? Black Bolt, Anson Mount, wonderful throwback, and then it's Peggy Carter, which you know, like Captain Britain, cool, whatever. Like at least she has some history, and then you move on to Monica Rambeau, and all she's been in is basically.
I thought she just like became a thing recently
in WandaVision, and that's why I'm like, why'd you waste an opportunity for this awesome fan service when she's not even been a big deal? You know, why not have?
Isn't the character when was her first?
No, Monica Rambeau came out in.
No, I'm talking about Peggy Carter, like Captain Carter. Like, wasn't that a very recent?
Yeah, it wasn't like
not Captain Britain, like Captain Carter in general.
Yeah.
Was she Captain Britain before?
No, I think it was a very recent thing. But at least Peggy Carter's had.
Yeah, it just seemed weird. It was just like we need another female character. Who can we throw in there?
Well, no, but at least like Peggy Carter has history throughout the MCU. The same actor his plates.
Yeah. But I just meant like the whole
Yeah.
like her being captain, captain somebody.
Yeah, like, and that part didn't bother me, but Monica, it was very weird because she just showed up in WandaVision. Why not have Iron Man? One
No,
of the
that was
real members.
Maria.
Huh?
That was Maria.
What do you mean, Maria?
That was her mother, Maria.
Oh, that was Maria. Regardless,
Maria is the original OG.
yeah, I know, but I'm saying like
and
if you want
yeah.
fan service for MCU, it just felt very weird.
No, I thought using Maria was cool though, because I mean that's like
You know,
I would rather see Maria than freaking Carol Danvers. I can tell you that right
Yeah.
now. Like Maria, way cooler, and she's the original Captain Marvel, like the green suit Captain Marvel. Like she's
Yeah.
the OG, strong.
no, yeah,
as
and that's fine.
piss.
I just felt like if you
Yeah,
were
so
you're
TJ's
doing all these-
dropping in there. Yeah.
yeah, but I just felt like if you were doing all these fan service moments of like Anson Mount and then Peggy Carter and like the brand new character, like I don't know, it just felt like they could have used maybe not, hell, I don't know, brought Bruce Banner in Norton.
See,
Ed
and I
Norton.
kind of felt like this. I felt the same
would've been
way
cool.
with. I felt the same way with the whole Peggy Carter thing. Like as Captain Britain, like that just seemed like a waste of an opportunity to do some really good fan service in order to just throw in another character so that we can even the team up and have 3 boys and 3 girls or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, well, I guess there was only 2 girls on the team. Never mind. But still, I mean, like, there's other female characters I think would have been cooler than to use someone who has very little, very small comic book history. Like, I think there's other characters.
You were going with it from the sake of comic book history. I'm going from it from the sake of MCU history.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about MCU history. I want to see. I want to see characters from the comics that if we never see them again, at least we got to see them on screen one time.
I was just throwing out a random name of a guy we haven't seen in forever, or bring back Coulson. But anywho's, so anyways, and then we're going down the list, and then you see John Krasinski pop up as Reed Richards.
Well, wait, before he popped. Oh yeah, I guess he was before.
Yeah. Everybody thought it was gonna be Blade, but it was Mordo. But anyway, so John Krasinski pops up, does the bleep thing. I was like, okay, that's really cool. That's Reed Richards. And I have 2 things on that. 1, I was super pumped they did it. 2, I was not as excited as I thought it was going to be in like the fan casting. But I honestly, at this point, wish they would have gone with the OG, like early 2000s guy, and then save Krasinski for later for the fan service. Honestly, it was very weird to me seeing Jim Halpert in an MCU movie.
It's hard to separate him.
Yeah, and that I honestly, you people are gonna kill me, but yeah, I can't do. It was Marvel, Dustin. I don't know. Is Mordo just the Illuminati? And I feel like that really, like, we're never going to see the Illuminati again ever, and that kind of sucks. Logan actually went and read the entire New Avengers Omnibus before he went and saw it, Dustin. That New Avengers you read that you loved. But anyway, so honestly, it turned out I'm not a big fan of John Krasinski as Reed Richards for those few moments, because I see him as Jim Halpert, and then I see him as the thing in The Quiet Place, whatever it is that he directed. So I don't know, but I felt like I would have rather seen the older guy. And then in comes Charles Xavier.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was confused. So I guess
it is Marvel.
Monica was the original female Captain Marvel, and Maria was just a retired seamstress that was her mother. Okay. Well, I was confused in there then.
But and like not one yippee, not one hooray, nobody gasped. Everybody was just sitting there like, oh, we kind of expected it.
Yeah, I mean, I got super jacked when they played the animated series thing, but I mean, if like I said in the video we did, imagine if we didn't already know they were gonna be there, and you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden you see these characters, and you're like, oh my god, no effing
destroyed
way.
I hope we see.
I would have burnt the theater down, dude.
Yeah,
like,
and it just ruined it, man. It genuinely did. And then the fights start happening, and this is where my big issues were. Like, I loved it, and then I had issues with it. I'm like, okay,
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel.
you just blew up Anson Mount, took away his mouth. That was sick. I love that moment.
Yep.
John Krasinski, you just literally ripped, like, shredded him and dead.
And
then all
here's
of a
my
sudden-
thing. Like, we're talking about Reed Richards, like the smartest man
Yeah,
ever. And his first instinct is to just go at her
yeah,
without any planning,
yeah,
any forethought, is just to go at her.
yeah. No,
It was
not a
kind of
chance.
cool to see him when
Yeah,
he came down, like the stretch.
Yeah.
That was cool.
yeah.
But I was like, I don't know.
But then you're gonna let Captain Britain. If it was Captain America, I would have said the same thing.
Yeah, Cap, she would have absolutely routed Cap too, but it was just like this felt like we have to get our girl power moment in the movie, just like they did in Endgame. So we kill off the boys, and okay, let's just say Captain Peggy Carter and Maria Rambeau really are this powerful. Why the hell did they just stand there literally with their hands in their damn pockets and watch the other two get killed?
Yeah.
Didn't try nothing.
I
But
just
once
thought it
they're
was
dead, okay, we'll work
This-
together and try to beat her now. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was so strange. And
I mean-
literally, I mean, you're talking really Captain Britain with her shield. Now, I did love the fact that they cut her in half with her own shield. That was clever.
She should have. I mean,
None of
there's
them should have
no way in hell that Captain Britain would have lasted more than 8 seconds.
Yeah, not even.
No way.
If you're gonna be able to kill Reed Richards
Yeah,
and freaking Black Bolt
right.
in a half a second, get out
I
of
still
here.
think the way Black Bolt went out was my favorite part of the movie because it was so unexpected that he just boom.
Yeah, like crazy. We missed a part where Black Bolt destroys Doctor Strange in that universe.
Oh yeah, where they explained that
Sorry.
he didn't die saving the universe. We killed his ass because we thought he was too tempted by the Darkhold.
Yeah. Which,
Like-
hey,
Okay,
probably not a bad idea knowing what we know.
right.
But those are the same type of thoughts that get Doctor
Well, if
Strange
you-
in trouble.
TJ, if you go back and watch it, dude, think about the fact that the Avengers as a whole were getting their asses whooped in Endgame. But then all of a sudden, you have all the female characters get together. And, I mean, Captain Marvel flying through the ship. I mean, they are just the whole female girl power team just absolutely tore ass through Thanos' entire army. Like, okay, so then why do we even need like if y'all can just do this, then why the hell didn't y'all just do this to start with?
Yeah, I just hate those moments in general. And it's just like this one, like he said, when there's a number advantage. Like
Yeah.
1 by 1, like that is kind of the stuff that
Right.
bothers
There's
me.
no like so you tell me we're just gonna stand by and watch these two get killed and then then it's our turn to work on it. And the fact that Maria Rambeau was just crushed by a statue, like
That was very strange to me.
there ain't
I
no
feel like
way.
she should just died, or a gruesome death, something.
Like there ain't no way that was
And to
going
be fair,
I believe that would kill
she
her.
had probably the best advantage against her out of
Exactly.
everybody, I would think.
Exactly, but
I
she
still
got the
think it was-
weakest death. Like
Yeah.
she is way too powerful
No,
to have went out like that. Like superior Iron Man. I mean, Maria Rambeau.
oh my gosh,
Y'all really thought Superior Iron Man was gonna be? Come on.
he
But nah, because I don't think they're gonna bring Doom in like that as Superior. Like that's not the way you bring in Doom. But yeah, I thought that there was that was like such a cheap way to kill her. Like I
That
said
was-
earlier, you have freaking Captain Marvel fly through a spaceship in Endgame, but we're just gonna smash Maria with a statue, like she can't get there's no way for her to avoid it, no way for her to blast it as it's falling down on her. Like she accepts it and she dies. But
Yeah.
I will say, outside of that, this was my favorite scene in the movie, though. Absolutely. Because I loved that she just annihilated them. Outside of the fact that that Peggy Carter was even able to put up a fight made no sense. I loved that Scarlet Witch just killed the hell out of them. Give you a little taste of hey, here is Professor X, here's Reed Richards, and you know what though? They're not here though. And then the whole Professor X thing, like we're talking about a level 5 mutant. My man could have he could have taken over her mind. Like he
I don't know.
He's a level 5 mutant, bro. He could have
Or what do they call him now in the
brains
current
up a little
comments?
bit.
The Omni. What is the level? It's like above it all.
Oh, a mega level mutant.
Omega level.
Is she a mega level? No.
Scarlet?
Yeah.
I don't know if she is.
I don't
Actually,
think
that's
she
the
is.
first time we've ever had two mutants fight each other. Didn't last well. Is Wanda Omega?
TJ says she was being reasonable with Peggy. Well, she wasn't reasonable with the boys.
No. All right, so Wanda is also a class 5 mutant. An Omega level mutant. So that actually, like,
that's
dude,
what
that was
we're
the first
doing,
time we ever
TJ.
saw two mutants fight. I think they need to hire us to consult.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's what's going on right now.
Consulting. I would love to consult on a Spider-Man film at this point. Come in, tell all these writers they're idiots, everything they're doing is wrong, and take it back to the basics, boys.
I love the fact that we have her dream walking with this alternate universe Wanda. And I've seen people talk about it over and over. Everybody's talked about it, but I noticed it too. And I'm like, she's wearing like some 1996 mom breeches, dude.
That's what I said earlier, mom jeans.
Barefoot and busting ass. And
Like
and I love the way that she is just sitting, like the way she's got her legs crossed and the way she's sitting there, and like the actual Wanda while she's dream walking, just the way that they go back to her and the way she's sitting, and the whole thing is just super, super cool. I think everything positive and that I really enjoyed about this movie was all revolved around Wanda. I think this movie could have been like, this wasn't a Doctor Strange movie. This was a Scarlet Witch movie. But I don't think that character has enough star power to have. I don't think they could have. I don't think they probably would have. Maybe they think they had to attach it to one of the more known and characters, being Doctor Strange, give it that sequel. But this was definitely a Scarlet Witch movie. Like easily they could change the title and it would have made more sense than America Chavez being in the movie in general. But yeah, I thought Xavier definitely came off really weak. They made Reed Richards come off as being not as smart and sensical as he actually is. Peggy Carter, she came off being way, way harder. I asked about whether they are scared the name would hurt the cells. Oh, okay. Yeah. I definitely think that they probably had to they probably felt like they had to give this storyline to one of their more what is the word I'm looking
prevalent
for? No, like one of the
established.
Yes, established character.
Well, he's already had his first one, and
well, that's what I'm saying. Like they had not everybody, even people who just know the MCU part of Marvel, probably don't know who Scarlet Witch is. So it may have been another one of those that could have definitely hurt it. So absolutely, I agree.
But at this point, to me, I think all of the positive things in the movie that I enjoyed the most have already happened. At this point, I feel like we're going very downhill very quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
Flat, TJ. Oh my God, Batman Unburied. Don't even get me started on freaking Barbara Gordon and the Riddler podcast. I was so pumped. I remember last year I did a video on it, or 2 years ago when it was first announced. I was so freaking excited. And the only Batman we've gotten so far was not Batman. Get out of here. But all that said, like, I'm enjoying it. It's just I hate all the damn bait and switches we're getting here lately. Anyway,
What is it, a podcast?
yeah, it's on Spotify.
Oh. I'll tell you which one I enjoyed was that
Wolverine one.
the Wolverine one.
Best podcast period. If you haven't listened to it, there's 2 series.
What was it? The Long Winter?
The Long Night and the Lost Trail.
Yeah. Man, yeah, those were I actually
Beautiful.
was thinking about it the other day, and I want to go listen to them again. And they actually ended up printing comics for the Long Winter.
I sent them to Big Will.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
I had them for a minute too. So let's get through the rest of the movie real quick. I had something here. I was just like, okay, you have Wanda who is traveling through and trying and disturbing the multiverse. That seems like a pretty big deal to me. And again, like I'm like at this point, like yes, for this specific thing, I'm definitely, I already know the answer, but I just thought it's funny the way that we are supposed to forget in these movies that, you know, there isn't a Thor, there isn't, you know, we're supposed to forget about all the other Avengers that you would like, that would absolutely, if this were a thing happening, like they would be there for sure.
And that's the issue with the MCU as a whole is, you know, anytime there's like these big events, you know, why aren't they all together? And like even in the comics, like as I'm reading through Spider-Man, like early on they throw out a reason why the Avengers couldn't be there, or Fantastic Four couldn't be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things you just got to look past.
Yeah, and you would definitely think this would be something that the Eternals would want to step in on too, right? I mean, like this could affect them as well, I would assume. Like, I don't know,
man.
But yeah, it's the same way in comics. But I mean, it's just one of those things. Like I said, it's not something that I'm nitpicking at all. It's just something that, you know, we've talked about multiple times in actual comic books, and we see it in the movies too. And we're just like, man, you know, like it's just like, you know, I wonder what Thor's doing right now.
It'd be funny if at the beginning of it in the previews they're just like, all right, guys, Thor is here doing this. These guys are there. Stop asking questions.
Yeah.
Thor is clearly all fighting Gore the God Butcher, which is not actually Gore the God Butcher. It's just some, you know, goofball Christian Bale in some makeup that they're just stealing the name Gore the God Butcher from because they refused to give him his correct look. Anywho's.
So
yeah, what happens next?
Let's move on to. Okay, let's just move straight to it. The musical fight scene, the musical notes fight scene, was the stupidest thing I have ever seen. I know people enjoyed it, but I personally, my opinion, my feelings, which I'm allowed to have, and because this is our YouTube channel, I'm allowed to share it, and you can disagree and tell me that I suck if you want, and that's totally cool because that's your opinion, and because you're in the chat and you have your own keyboard, you're allowed to share it as well. I think that scene was the dumbest shit I have ever seen. All the powers that this character has, that's what you went with.
And I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking this has to be ripped from the pages of a comic somewhere. That's the only reason this makes any sense.
And if that's what it is, like, you know what? Then I'll say, you know, job well done for actually throwing some love towards the comics at some point. But if it wasn't, and somebody just said, Mr. Feige, that sounds great, and Kevin Feige was like, thank you, I thought it was as well. Let's put it in the movie. And Jon Favreau sitting around somewhere like, Jesus Christ, they should have let me do this one.
Yeah.
But I thought it was the dumbest thing. Like, and then all of a sudden he's going to hit the harp and give him another musical note. And get out of here. I hated that,
It's got to be ripped from a comic page. That's the only way.
I don't know.
Or it's an homage to another Sam Raimi thing. I don't know, but it doesn't make sense to do it like they did.
And it doesn't fit in the movie. Like, you got all this dark grittiness, and all of a sudden we're going to throw in like this, like, ridiculous like cartoon like kiddie music. I don't know. I don't know. What is and I don't know if this is something that has been alluded to before in the comics or whatever. I wasn't understanding the third eye, like what that signifies. Like what
There's definitely there's some lore in the comics about it. I don't know specifically.
it has to do with the Darkhold.
Yeah,
But I didn't understand. Like,
see.
what does it do?
Third eye.
I mean, I know what mine does, but what does Oh, some late night humor just for you guys that are
Okay,
still
let's
watching, both
see.
of you.
I'm trying to find something. I don't know. It's probably like something from. Honestly, I don't. It's got to be from. The comics,
I'm not saying that it was stupid or anything. I was like, okay, that's wild. What does that do? Like, there's got to be some. I would assume.
How do you
there's
think they
some
did it? You
reason
think they
behind it.
just like clipped his normal, like they did shots of his just normal eyeball, and then just like
Yeah.
rotoscoped it up to
It was creepy as shit. And then when he had one at the end of the movie, I was
Yeah.
like, well, something is like there's got to be something to that.
It's about to get bad.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
so what happened after the musical fight scene?
He starts to do the dream walking.
Oh yeah,
and
this is where it just got stupid to me, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this whole movie.
Yeah, I didn't care for the demon things. I think, and am I the only one that thought the makeup for Zombie Strange was absolutely horrible? That it looked like literally Play-Doh slapped on his face or something. Like,
well, it was like a mix between Play-Doh and CG, I think.
I was just like, that looks really bad.
The visuals were not
really
good,
bad.
and for it being the big ultimate, fight scene, and it lasted what 2 seconds after he controlled his demons.
Yeah, yeah. I liked the whole. That was cool. I have a comic book over here with him doing that on the cover. But I thought that was cool. I mean, I thought it was neat. And then again, we get to the America just out of nowhere knows how to use her powers.
Well, and like she's
has
been
the ability to
pointless
kick
up
the
into
dog
this,
shit
right?
out of Wanda. What?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, all of a sudden, like, she's the master of her powers. Oh, yeah, and also now she's strong enough to, like, put up a fight against Wanda as well. So, I'll tell you what. The biggest the biggest strength the Scarlet Witch has is fighting characters with penis. If you have a penis, you stand no chance against the Scarlet Witch. Her biggest weakness is superheroes with vaginas. That is the Scarlet Witch's weakness, and it is shown prevalently in this movie that there is only one way to defeat her, and that is not to have a penis.
No, dude. The way you become super powerful is by believing in yourself. Everybody knows that. All you have to do is just believe in yourself. Again, like going back to like what
but
they
like
did
even in Star Wars, like once they have to learn to use the Force. You don't just like wake up and oh yeah, never mind, they did that there too.
But so that was very weird. Honestly, though, I felt like they could not physically let anybody beat Wanda. I don't think that was a good solution to the problem, so to speak, or the story. Dustin, she did chop vagina in half.
I'm not following on that one.
TJ, well, Captain Britain.
Yeah, but she put up the like. But
you're saying
it made
put up a fight.
She was weak enough that Peggy was able to put up a fight, though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the two penises she fought wiped them out like that, bro. Vagina, we gonna fight for a minute. Like you're gonna have to actually you're gonna have to put some effort out to fight me and beat me down.
Reasonable.
And like that's something I literally like just like that just like I'm just like, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, like
poor Wong, he got the crap into the stick during that fight, didn't he? He got thrown off. Like
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like he's the Sorcerer Supreme, and my man looked weak as hell throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, that was pretty weird. But again,
Wong should have been in there tearing some shit up, man.
I do like the fact that the way they beat her was she wasn't beaten. she just finally came to her senses of,
Yeah.
wow, I am a monster. And I
Yeah.
think that was a good solution to the problem.
Yeah, because you can't make her look weak because at
No.
this point you've done all this
Yeah.
and you can't make her look weak. Now,
Nobody should have beaten her. It
right.
should have been
Now
her
now the
deciding.
fact that she just like, okay, I understand, like she has to destroy this temple. She has to destroy this spell so it can't be used again. But she could have done that without being inside of it. And even her being inside of it, like I still don't think it could have killed her. Like she can't be dead, right? There's
No,
no way.
I don't think so either,
No way.
Flash. I don't think so either.
Oh
She
no,
did.
no, not at all. I was just saying, like he just like they didn't let my man do anything.
He just got
He
thrown
didn't
off
get
the
to do
side.
anything. He showed up at the end of the fight with the eyeball and did a little something, but I don't know. I'm just like, all right, this is the Sorcerer Supreme that he should have some kind of impact on what's going on a little bit, but I don't know. But I definitely don't think she's dead. And if they do move on from Wanda and just let her be dead, I hate Marvel then. But there's no way with mutants coming in, we have to she's got to be here.
Hey, Vinny. I was really hoping we were going to get the like the No More Mutants type just massacre. Obviously, we need mutants first, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh, dude, we will. It
So
may
anyways,
be 10 years down the road, but
yeah,
that means you got 10 years to get that GSX-1, dude. You better jump on it.
But even my wife, when we walked out, she was just like,
I like that, TJ. Maybe it's actually the Supervisor Supreme and actually doesn't do any of the work. I like that, TJ.
Probably. Nah, man.
Shit, man.
Y'all don't be. Wong's the dude. I
like Wong. I like Wong.
But so, like I said, when we walked out, I was so underwhelmed. I was so excited going in. Like we had the movie booked at 7. My wife was running late from work, and I told her, I was like, "Look, you got 4 minutes. Come in, come out."
Warlord Michael, what's up, guys?
What up, dudes? We have 4 minutes to leave this house to get to dinner reservations at 5:45. We have an hour and 15 minutes to eat. I do not care what happens.
Makes reservations.
Huh?
I said, where the hell did y'all go that you had to make reservations?
It's all in that same center.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, at 5:45, we're showing up there. At 7 o'clock, my butt will be in the seat. I don't care where you're at. That's where I'm going. I don't care if you're still eating. And
I hated that we couldn't go see this one together, because that was our plan, to try to find a way to see this one together, but we just couldn't make it work out.
Well, and it just, God, what a waste of what could have been so amazing.
And that's what I said.
It just didn't feel
I think the movie was good.
Yeah.
But I think that there was definitely opportunity there for this movie to be fantastic. Now, everything we have sat here and talked about for about the last hour about this movie, things that we liked, things that we didn't like. Not one time did we talk about America Chavez outside of the fact that we said they literally didn't do it justice. Poorly. They did so poorly with that character that there was nothing to like or hate.
Yeah,
because she was just a bystander. She didn't do anything outside of at the end, which was a complaint I had. That all of a sudden now she can use her powers into the fullest effect and everything. Outside of that, she didn't do anything. She didn't crack a joke. She didn't talk no shit. Do something. Poke. This that thing you poke it with a stick. Do something. Just poorly handled character.
So here's my question to everybody, including you, is because I walked out feeling like that wasn't a very cohesive story, but I felt like it did no real moving the story along, so to speak, within the MCU. It brought in the multiverses, but hell, Spider-Man did that 6 months ago, and I thought that was done better. Yeah. Loki, with that whole multiverse thing, we got the multiverse there. What real point did Doctor Strange serve that we didn't already have? Yes, WandaVision.
It was a way, if for nothing else, it was a great way to showcase Scarlet Witch. That's the only thing I would say.
And I guess
and I'm saying that's the only thing I would say.
And you introduced America Chavez, great. I feel like there was a much better, more interesting way to have done that than Thor as an afterthought on Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. It literally felt like they created this whole movie and then altered just a few things to throw in America Chavez as an intro.
Yeah.
And I think is she a part of the new Avengers?
Huh?
Is she a part of the Young Avengers group?
I don't believe so.
No, okay. But they very well could
I
throw
could
her
be
in.
wrong, but I
Yeah.
don't believe so.
You know, and it literally she felt like an afterthought, and it was very
Well, and there's so many characters that have not been done yet.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, why? Like, why is that the character you choose? There's so many other great characters, but that's the one that you choose. And then on top of that, you shit the bed with your writing of the character. Like, you did not write this character to give anyone any kind of feeling or anything. Like, it was just the most bland, blah character. So you're gonna bring the character in, and then you're not gonna do it justice at all.
Yep, I know. So I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna rewatch it when it comes out on Disney Plus, probably in 2-3 weeks at this point. I'm being facetious, but normally it's like 45 days, I think. We'll see how I feel then. Probably won't change much. I get it. Like, we're spoiled with the MCU because every movie has generally brought the story forward, and that kind of is the purpose of the MCU.
Yeah.
And with this one, I feel like we didn't get it. You know,
well, I mean, when was the last movie we got that actually, like, we still haven't gotten a movie that has taken us to where the next story begins yet. I don't think Thor: Love and Thunder is going to get us there either.
No, I don't. Not
I don't even think I'm going to go see that movie, honestly. Like, I have no interest in seeing it at all.
I don't. I was pumped.
I'm looking forward to Black Panther 3 in November or October, whenever it comes out.
Black Panther 2.
Oh, Black Panther 2, yeah, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's what I was trying to say. Those are the next two MCU movies I'll look forward to. I could care less about this Thor movie. Absolutely care less.
It just sucks, man, because like the beginning, the first few phases of the MCU, it's like you could have a Captain America 1, but then it's set up for the next one. And it's like Eternals. Great. Yeah. No biggie. Like,
well, even the end credit scenes were just crap. Like you got we got Clea. Not one person knew who the hell she was. I guarantee you Clea was the most Googled thing on the entire damn planet because nobody knew who the hell she was.
Yeah. What's up, Will? You know, and that's the thing is, like, we have Kang. You know, he's kind of looming, and you know, that whole space. And
what point do we start moving toward? I mean, but do they even know how they're gonna do it? Where they're gonna go? You know, what is the next team? You know, the next team is going to be Jane and America and She-Hulk and, like, you know, and then we're losing the Guardians. We know She-Hulk's coming. We have America. We have Jane. We don't have a Black Panther, but we're thinking it's probably going to be Shuri. So, like, it's, you know, is that the next team? Like, it's just the girl power Avengers? Like,
no, I don't think it's even that. I think they literally, and maybe they are just setting up
because they've gotten rid of Iron Man, Captain America. Thor is looking like he's probably stepping away.
So Jane is not becoming the next Thor. So if you know anything about the story, which you may not, that every time she uses the Thor power,
I know she gets.
This is going to be a very short thing. This is going to be a short thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I read a couple articles where they were talking about, and I don't know. I mean, it could have been some shit articles, but I mean, it kind of looked like they were phasing Thor out anyway, though.
I want to say Chris signed on for like his.
I could have swore I saw something saying like he was doing like 2 more movies and that was it.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Doctor Strange, he said he's willing to do another 10 years.
Oh, okay.
So I think, like,
I'm just wondering, like, where are we going? Like, what is the next team? Like, it sucks so bad that Downey Jr.'s gone and you know, Cap's gone. Like,
it's not your grandpa's MCU anymore.
I know, and I like my grandpa's MCU, and I don't give a shit about you young kids' MCU. Get off my damn lawn and leave me alone.
Said that earlier. He's like, Nick, you're too young for that, and I'm like, no. And what sucks for me is because now that I've read through Secret Wars 1, Secret Wars 2, everybody's talking about this Secret Wars, and it's the newer version of Secret Wars, which I've not read, which I think I'll get to at some point through my Spider-Man read, obviously. But, like, I'm like, man, I want the Beyonder to come in and be a part of this, not Kang. Like, where's the Beyonder, man? Dude was cool.
This one?
Is that's one of the newer ones? That's
Yeah, I
the
think
run.
that's the one everybody's talking about.
Yeah. So I don't know.
See, like, here's my thing though. Like, they're bringing in Kang the Conqueror, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get Submariner, and like we're getting some of these old school characters finally, and all the counterparts that they've shared these stories and books with, like, are slowly going away.
No, I've not read that one yet. I've only read Secret Wars 1, the original. So Secret Wars 1, Secret Wars 2. And I actually watched in the 1990s, the Spider-Man animated series did Secret Wars.
Yeah, that's a good point, Will.
Yeah.
We do still have Fantastic Four and X-Men coming. So
Yeah. We
just
see.
don't know what version of the X-Men. Hopefully it's
A good one.
our X-Men, you know.
I don't know. I think that's the issue. The big issue, I think, for a lot of people is the lack of like vision, because you have all these random.
Everything's so up in the air right now, as far as we know. Like, they may have everything laid out, but we're not seeing anything that is moving us towards that yet.
And you kind of knew
we're
Thanos.
It's been 2 years, 3 years since Infinity.
And maybe COVID, maybe the COVID delays are, it's kind of what has thrown this whole thing through a loop. But
the original Secret Wars is fantastic, TJ.
I love it.
Molecule Man.
Yeah,
that is a dude.
Well, and
I
was putting together some IKEA drawers watching what do you call it? The Spider-Man animated series, and they did the Secret Wars. And my favorite joke was, "What is Doctor Doom going to do? Just drop a mountain on us?" Which in Secret Wars they did that.
Molecule Man did it.
Huh? We can't hear you.
Molecule Man dropped the mountain on him.
No, I know, but in the Spider-Man show, it was Doctor Doom, and I was like, "That's funny." I don't know though, but you kind of a year into phase 1. We're a couple years into phase 2 if you include the TV shows. Because what was phase 1? You knew Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America.
Yeah, if I had known anything about comics, then
you could have seen the Avengers coming.
After they did Captain America, the first Avenger, it's like, oh,
bring a cheeseburger, dude. Cheeseburgers do sound good. Hey, Flash, how many? So actually, I have a couple comments. Right, we need to get Flash on and just chat with him, man, because he leaves so many comments, and I'll see him and then I'll forget to respond. So, Batman and Bird, yes, it is good for what it is, but it is not Batman. But I am enjoying it. 2, what have you thought about Moon Knight? Because you were the reason I read Jeff Lemire's Moon Knight and some other Moon Knight runs last year, and I was curious what your thoughts were on it. 3, cheeseburgers sound great, but Secret Wars, the Hickman one, how many issues is it? Is it 12? And do I need to read a lot of tie-ins? Give me some additional info, because I may just go read it tonight. And the way Spider-Man's being treated right now, I have 20 issues until I'm done with Volume 1, and I'm probably going to take a week to do it because I'm so frustrated. My heart, as a 30 or this has been going on for 60 years, Spider-Man has, I am still 30 years behind, and I am so pissed off and frustrated with what Marvel did 30 years ago. I've seen comments on that Instagram post where somebody was like, "I sold my entire collection because of maximum clonage." And
yeah, that was Rob.
Yeah, and I'm like, how did Marvel let this happen? And then at the very last issue of it all, of Clone Saga, you're gonna kill his baby. Okay, you can't let him be happy even for a moment. And then you're going to say, "Oh, actually, you are the real Peter Parker, not Ben Reilly." Get out of here. Like,
there's 9 issues.
Okay.
Oh, that was the run where you get that really cool Spider-Man and Miles cover where he does, it's the You're Gonna Do Great Kid. That's one of the only like really big Miles covers that I don't have in my Miles box. I need to look for that one.
Anyways,
as soon as he shows up, boy, I'm gonna be a millionaire. Oh, look at this Doom cover. That is killer. Look at that. Focus.
Oh, yeah, that one is nice. All right, I'll have to go check that one out then. And then this new stupid Amazing Fantasy number 1000. That's bullshit. How are you gonna have Spider-Man 900 and then like just a few days later do Amazing Fantasy 1000? Get out of here with that. That's stupid. And a total hack job. And all the people you have writing it are like almost irrelevant to it all. Just stupid. Just
Oh,
stupid.
this is neat. Captain America Annual 6 homage with like old school looking, like crazy Pilgrim Captain America or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wonder, yeah. I hate that they won't do the OG Secret Wars. Maybe they'll bring in some of the things. And I thought Moon Knight was pretty good. I definitely had its flaws. But yeah, I thought it was good. Paisley, shh. I gotta take my vitamins. All right, anything else you guys want to talk about? I believe Fat Daddy-O, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, which I think I am, he won the super chat if nobody else does it here in the next few minutes. Oh, and then Dustin, I have the DC box.
Oh, I have the other one. Still haven't opened it.
Yeah, we need to actually do that, and so we can post it. And remember, you can't have Marvel or anything else in there, or not post it, but send it to them for approval. Like basically, like you saw their responses on stuff, and then in the first 5 seconds, you have to talk about how we're a DC ambassador and how it's sponsored.
But we're not, and it's not anymore.
Well, technically, they are, and then they cancel the program because
I wonder if we can sue them for breaching contract. We need to check that contract and see if it allows them a loophole. If it doesn't allow them a loophole, they could be in breach of contract. And
yes, Dustin, we are going to sue Warner Brothers.
Hey, bro, but imagine the publicity we can get. Imagine Hey,
yeah.
If it grows the channel,
we'd have to get us and every other DC brand ambassador involved and do a class action.
Hey,
but anyways, everything that was in here from that video, we're going to give away to our members. So if you're a member, we'll draw and this box, and we have 3 more, and we'll do 4 separate drawings. So if you're a member, you'll be entered in. If you want to join the channel, there's a join button. There's several different tiers from like $1.99 all up to $9.99, which is also gets you a drawing into our bro box and some stickers and things like that. So, by the way, we need to reach out to Nick's Kicks and Comics and get him a sticker pack, Dustin.
Okay. So I thought the bro boxes were going to the golden tier.
The bro boxes?
Isn't that what we were giving away for the bro box?
What up, James?
What's up, dude?
Well, it's whatever you want to do. I was just gonna throw it out there in general for everybody, since it was like
we had already said multiple times we were doing it as a bro box.
Okay, that's fine too. Then that's fine.
I just don't want to go back on what we've already said. So
okay, then it has to be the $9.99 tier, the gold tier, the gold tier for because we thought we were gonna have 12 of these, and that's what it was supposed to be. That was the contract, and they were moving.
That's why we haven't done bro boxes, because they haven't allowed us to do anything with them yet. So like they have really screwed up us being able to do our bro boxes, because right now that's the only thing we're getting. We're going to have to find some new sponsors or something, because
yeah, so it's there. James. And then
I gotta sorry, James. I have yet to send him. I gotta send him some pictures of some of the stuff that was left over from that sale he wanted to see, so I can mail out his Daredevil number 7.
Dustin, you're a garbage. You got to get on it, man.
I know, dude. Baseball's over. We played our last game, so I have.
Are y'all coming up this weekend with Mom?
Not next weekend. It'll be the following
Labor Day weekend.
I don't know. Is that what that weekend is?
I think so. Let me check in case, make sure we weren't there, because I thought y'all were supposed to be coming up this next weekend, the 24th, or the. Let me see.
We were, but then Amanda, literally yesterday, said we were going to wait because we had some stuff we had to do next weekend.
Okay.
There's also another reason, but I don't feel like telling you on here so everybody hears it.
Is it awkward?
I mean, it's just none of their business.
They have to have intercourse so they can have a child.
No. We're
Oh.
still not trying again yet.
Hmm.
We missed the window last year, so we're going to try again later this year. But
All right. Well, Fat Daddy-O, I believe he left earlier, but yeah, we need to reach out to him.
Send us
get
your
him-
address on IG,
Yeah.
and I'll get this out to you.
Just reach out to him.
Oh, it's nothing bad, James. It just affects us being able to come up that weekend. Like the next weekend is a lot better.
It's awkward for me too. Dustin got twisted again.
I just now got that. I read it earlier and I was like, what? Now, no. Actually, you're right, TJ. I wondered about that too. I was like, I guess they just come out of flowers in the ground or something. I don't know.
Anywho's, I think that's kind of all we were going to talk about. We weren't going to do a big 4-hour long one because
Real quick, what do you think about the Avatar trailer? Is it just been too damn long, or are you excited about it? Because I wasn't excited about it. Then I saw the trailer, and then I was kind of excited again. But
I'm excited for it.
What is the reasoning why they took so damn long though?
Technology. Well, besides COVID delaying it, it was supposed to come out a couple of years ago, and then COVID delayed.
But why
But
did
they were
take
filming
10
all of
years?
them at the same time. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and I want to say 5 as well. They were doing them all at the same time. But the technology he was trying to use just wasn't ready yet, so it just kept. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
They
I
did
had
them
no
all.
idea. So I was wondering. I'm like,
Yeah.
geez, man, like, that movie was so hot for so
Yeah.
long.
It's
Like,
the highest
I
grossing
would've-
film of all time. I believe it even overtook Endgame again.
Okay. But I was just like, dang, man, like they should have capitalized on that. Like by the time it comes out, like,
Hey, I was right. What's up, Lost in Comics?
what's up? What's up?
I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think that's going to be definitely a movie theater.
The good thing is they can use the same actors and nobody's gonna damn know how old they are or whatever.
So there's some weird, like, I don't know, it's so strange. Such a strange universe. For it being like the
Wow,
highest
you said-
grossing thing.
They literally went into a submarine for like a year at the bottom of the ocean and came back.
Oh,
Is
for
that
real?
like just in the movie or like that actually happened? To real?
That's crazy. But what's crazy to me is how how expensive, or not expensive, how much money this movie made, and it still is not at the level of lore like of Star Wars or MCU or DC or things like that. And it's just like, man, like you don't see people like actively collecting anything Avatar. So it's very weird to me though, where the movie has kind of like done so well, but not become like an ingrained part of our culture, so to speak. Or pop culture, if you will. I feel like they'd make really cool comic books. The director did that. James Cameron peaked with Terminator 2. Good lord. All right. Anywho's. You want to wrap it up? Call it a day? Are you texting? What are you doing?
Yeah, I was.
Oh.
Next weekend. Next weekend. Hopefully. I'm waiting on some slabs to come back from CGC. I'm hoping they'll come through this week. And I'm going to be doing a really big, last time I did a big silver and bronze age sale. This time it's going to be a big modern sale with some really, really good stuff in there. And hopefully I'll have some really cool slabs for sale as well. So if you're following us on Whatnot, you'll see that. If you're not following us on Whatnot, you need to so that you can see it.
That's 2_brothers_comics at.
I'll have an Avengers. I'll have a new Avengers #7 first appearance of the Illuminati in there.
You messed up not selling that already.
I wasn't worried about it.
So,
I mean, I'll lose money on it after what I paid for it, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Even if I keep it, like I enjoyed that story so much, I wouldn't mind keeping it.
Yeah, Logan loved it. He read the whole omnibus in one day.
Yeah, I told you it's a really, really good story.
All right, guys, you are the best part of Two Brothers Comics. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it out as always. Collect your way. James, TJ, y'all take it easy. Chris, same to you.